Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to another Palaview Market Research video. Today, we're going to be discussing why real estate is the bedrock of finance. What do I mean? Well, in order to describe this, I'm going to describe to you what a bedrock is. Whoa, you probably didn't see it coming. You probably thought I was just going to use that as an analogy, but no, this is a literal metaphor. This is a double, maybe even a triple entendre, the bedrock of finance. Because I am not speaking metaphorically. Think about it. A bank is a building. A bank is built on bedrock because a building is built on bedrock, and I will explain why. Look at the screen. On the screen, you'll see different layers of soil. At the bottom, you'll see that at the bottom of the layers of soil, there's something called bedrock. What is bedrock? It's a bunch of big rocks congested with each other. Maybe it's just one giant big rock, okay? Moving on. There are two types of foundations we're overgeneralizing. There's a shallow foundation. Imagine your mom wants to build a tiki bar back in by the pool. It's a little auxiliary structure that's nice and fun. Shallow foundation doesn't really require anything too complicated. Imagine you're trying to build a house on the beach and you're, a really substantial hotel maybe. You need a deep foundation that transfer the load to a layer of substrata bedrock to ensure structural integrity. Isn't that what I was describing? It is! Now, there are different types of piling foundations. My house here in Puerto Rico, where I live, we have a friction pile, meaning that we have long columns that go deep into the earth, deep into the underworld, like me, diving into the underworld so that I can save souls and bring out the deepest knowledge that exists in all of our collective unconscious, right? That's me, like Hercules, diving into the underworld. So the piles underneath this home that I'm in here in Puerto Rico do the same. Bearing piles, that's what we're actually talking about here in this video. These piles, they go into the earth and into that bedrock I was showing here. And then they cling to it essentially. It's because the concrete is literally poured into it, so it's tethered to the bedrock all the way up to the foundation of the building itself, okay? Now, you understand what bedrock is, and you understand a little bit about how pilings are created and are tethered to the bedrock itself so that a foundation can be poured and then a building can be built on top of that foundation. Because really, building this part underneath a building is the difficult part. Everything, once the foundation is built, guys, this is just an erector set. This is Legos. It's very easy to do. But this part, this is where the engineering, this is where the expertise, especially in an area like Puerto Rico where you're dealing with lots of clays, that's where it is important. Now, we are going to talk about why real estate is the bedrock of finance. Not just in a literal sense, like I was saying earlier, like imagine this building's a bank and you're literally on real estate and you have bedrock underneath it that bank is tied to. So look at this. These are the global asset classes. Do you see how global real estate is bigger than commodities? That includes gold, silver. It's bigger than oil and gas. It's bigger than all of the crypto assets. It's bigger than all of the companies of the world combined by a lot. S&P 500, the rest of US equities, international equities. So that obviously means that global real estate land is bigger than all of the banks in the world combined. So let's walk through a hypothetical situation. I own a bank, which I will inevitably do because that is one of my core goals. Don't tell anybody. Shh, that's a secret between you and I. Do I have beef with publicly traded banks? Of course I do. Imagine you're a bank, and imagine there's a Walmart. You're the bank. You're saying, hey, Walmart, you want a loan? Sure, I'll take a loan. Walmart takes the loan. Walmart isn't that successful. Walmart forecloses on its building, on its business. When the bank seizes this asset, do they seize the business of Walmart? No. Did they give Walmart the loan in the first place because they owned this land and the real estate that was on top of it? Yes. So imagine for a second, I'm a bank and I foreclose a family that lives on a farm. I now own this farmland. I can send an appraiser. What is an appraiser? An appraiser is a nerd who shows up to a piece of land. He does his comp analysis and he determines what the value of the land is. You send 1, 2, maybe 3 different appraisers there. Remember, I'm the bank doing this. I foreclosed this land on this family, right? I can go and figure out what the land is worth from the appraiser. Maybe it's worth $1 million in this hypothetical example. So as the bank, I can say, okay, this is worth $1 million. I will take this land and I will give myself a loan using my customers' deposits to on the value of that land. So they proved through these appraisers that this land is worth $1 million, and say they get $600,000. They give themselves $600,000 in the form of a loan just because they have possession of this land that provides no cash flow or anything yet, right? Because obviously it has the potential to do so. So do you follow where I'm getting at here? Every bank, Grant Cardone talks about this very well. If I go to Bank of America, I say, hello, Bank of America employee, I want to buy Bank of America stock. Give me a loan of $10 million and I'm just going to buy that stock and help you guys out. You know what they're going to do? They're going to laugh in your face and they're going to send you home. But if you say, hey, I want to buy this Walmart, would you help me? Or a building like this Walmart, right? I need $10 million. I'll put in $1, $2 million and we can do this deal. They're going to be like, let's do it. Why? Because the entire foundation of their assets exists with these assets, guys. Real estate, land. This is the bedrock of finance. Look at the chart. It's a pie chart. It's pretty easy to understand, isn't it? So all value, all debt, everything is created on this bedrock. It is. Basically, so much of the world's value is just debt that was created based on the collateralization of global real estate, land, buildings, all the like. Okay? Is that clear? Was this too much? Did you guys learned how to, pour a slab, drive piles, and where to do it, kind of? So, in what other world are you learning how a fucking foundation works and how the metaphysics of finance work all at the same time in a shortish video? How long was this video? 8 minutes? Not that short? A little bit shorter? I don't know. See you guys tomorrow.